and welcome to this week's episode of Food from Fiction. We're going to tackle Harry Potter and pumpkin pasties. Yeah, that's what Alright, so you need a pie crust or puff pastry or something like that. Phyllo dough probably wouldn't work. Alright, and we're just going to make this piece of dough really big so we have enough space to cut out our shapes. I also put together a quick pumpkin pie filling. It's just pureed pumpkin, some brown sugar, and then the usual suspect of pumpkin pie spices of cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, and ginger. For those of you that don't know what pumpkin pasties are, pasties are like little mini handheld pies. I think it's a British word, so. Okay, so we're ready to go. You can either make these into circles or squares or, I don't know, find some fun shape. I am going to use the top of a mason jar lid to cut out my shapes. I might also do some squares because that's exponentially easier. So you cut out your dough, nice pretty circle, and then you just put a little bit of your pumpkin pie mixture inside. And then you fold it over and, oh, I forgot a fork. You need to crimp the edges. That way everything stays in the pie nicely. I might have overfilled this one, so we'll just dump a little filling out. So you take a fork, you crimp the edges shut. That way it helps prevent any pie filling leaking out. And then we need to, most people use an egg wash on the top of this kind of thing, but I've run out of eggs, so we're gonna do a milk wash over the top of our mini pie. And sprinkle a little sugar on it. And then the last thing is to cut a couple of slits in the top for the steam to come out. And that's all we have to do to get these ready. I'm going to fill up the tray and show you what to do now. We finished making our mini pies, our pasties. I make a lot of mini pies, and the keys are, I have found, don't overfill them, and make sure you really crimp the edges and get that steam slit in the top, otherwise they explode, which I suspect these ones are going to do. Alright, we're ready to bake. We're going to put in the oven. Whew. and we will pull them out in a little while. I'm part of the Harry Potter generation, so I was in first grade when Harry Potter the first book came out. So I grew up with Harry Potter, and I remember just how exciting it was when there was a new book and how magical it felt. And once I became an adult and I went back to reread them, not all of them held the same magic. And that is why I picked this book. Sorry, the fire alarm pager thing is going off too. So I picked the first Harry Potter and Pumpkin Pasties because for me, the first one is the only one that still holds that magic that it did when they first came out. And I think it's important to recognize when you read a book once and you love it, and maybe if you go back to rereading it when you're at a different stage in life, books aren't necessarily the same. You get different things from them. The experience is very different because you're a different person. So I only read the first Harry Potter anymore. I know it's probably sacrilegious to say that, but I don't particularly enjoy the later ones as an adult. So Pumpkin Pasties, we'll see what they look like. Hopefully they don't explode in the oven, and talk to you then. I am ready to take out our mini pumpkin pies. Oh, excuse me, our pumpkin pasties. And mine definitely exploded. But who doesn't like a good fail video every once in a while? So let them sit for a couple minutes to rest, like we do most things we cook. Harry Potter, I hope you find the first book as magical as I do, and I hope that adulthood has not ruined the entire series as it has for me. And I guess we'll see you next time.